The purpose of this tutorial is to talk to you about dividing students into random groups, which we teachers need to do now and then. And there are many ways to do it, but one of the easiest ways is simply to use the internet. So this is a website which I like to use. It's put together by a guy named Chirag, and there's the URL. You can write that down or type it directly into your browser. So I'll open up, I'm going to copy this, all right, and copy. I'm going to open up a web browser. I'm using Chrome right now, and into the browser bar I'm going to paste in that URL, hit return, and I will see Chirag's website, which he has called TeamMaker. So I assume that you have a class list with your students in it, perhaps in a spreadsheet program like this. So I'm going to select my students' names. I will copy them, go back to the website. I will get rid of these names that I don't know. I'll make sure it's empty. And then I will paste into this field my students' names. Now I have to decide how many groups I want. Chirag has called them teams, so I'm going to divide them into 4 teams. And what I want to name these teams, I could name them cars, for example. They could be the Ferraris, the Mercedes, and the Lexuses. Or I could name them elements, for example, etc. Or I could just type in my own names, which I like to do. So this morning with my history class, I called the 4 groups the Soviets, the Americans, the British, and the French. And now I'll think about my output. I'll put it into a new window, and when I press this button, I will randomly put my students into groups, and voila, there it is. So of course I can tell the Soviets to go sit in that corner, the Americans to move to that section of the room, etc. And there's no complaints from students because they realize it is entirely fair. Okay, so let's just remember that this is the URL. I'm going to copy this URL, and when I go back to my browser, here I am. I'm going to right click in the bookmark toolbar. I'll add a page. I will paste in the name of the URL. I'll call it groups, and that's okay. When I close Chrome now, anytime I open my web browser now, anytime I need to divide the students into groups, I can just go to the website, and there it is.